Energy consumption in the European Union will double in 2050, from 3,000 terawatt-hours today to over 6,000 terawatt-hours in 2050. This increase in electricity consumption represents a challenge and at the same time an opportunity. The European Union is being particularly ambitious and has set itself the objective of achieving climate neutrality by 2050. To achieve this objective, a series of instruments, commitments and access to funds have been established. The first milestone of this ambitious journey has been set in 2030, where it is expected to achieve a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions of 55%. This goal has been named Fit for 55. This ambitious purpose requires that the necessary resources are allocated. The European Union is going to mobilize up to €1 trillion, between public and private funds, to be successful in this endeavor. From the point of view of electricity generation, the effort will focus on wind technologies, both onshore and offshore, and photovoltaics. Currently there are more than 164 gigawatts of onshore wind energy installed. The established roadmap to achieve the objectives of the Fit for 55 plan requires an additional 204 gigawatts to be installed, to which will have to be added approximately 50 gigawatts of facilities nearing the end of their life and which will have to be replaced. On the side of offshore wind power, which has already reached a relevant maturity, it is expected to go from the 15 gigawatts installed today to 76 gigawatts in 2030. On the photovoltaic side, a rapid growth is expected that, starting from the 137 gigawatts installed today, will allow reaching the figure of 346 gigawatts in the year 2030. As in the case of onshore wind, the end of the life of facilities will add a demand of 50 gigawatts. The objectives set by the European Union require an investment and industrial effort to deploy in the next 10 years 254 gigawatts of onshore wind, 61 gigawatts of offshore wind and 259 gigawatts of photovoltaic. The question that any citizen can ask is whether the effort is worth it. In terms of achievements, if these plans are implemented, 6,575 terawatt-hours of renewable energy will be generated, more than €2.2 trillion will need to be invested and 1.1 million jobs will be created. According to current budgets, the European Union will mobilize €0.5 trillion in the next 10 years that will leverage the investment of €2.2 trillion. The final impact for society is perfectly quantifiable. The emission of 2 trillion tons of CO2 will be avoided, taxes associated with economic activity of more than €0.5 trillion will be collected and 1.1 million jobs will have been created. Therefore, the transition to a more decarbonized economy has a social and economic sense. The commitment to the so-called renewable energies, therefore, makes sense for the ordinary citizen and as such it must be correctly explained so that it is socially accepted. Thanks for watching.